Yo guys, what's up, it's Krypz and welcome to another Destiny 2 fashion video. So today I'm showing you some of the armor that I think you all should transmog using your synthweave. So I decided to make this as there is a cap to how much you can earn each season. Now obviously this is just my opinion, so comment down below all the pieces that you think are great for transmog. But yeah, I have split this video into segments, so you could go and skip ahead to whatever like armor type you really want to see. But yeah, I can also make a part 2 of this, or even make one for the Titan and Warlock if you already want me to. And yeah, I hope you'll enjoy this video and find it useful. So I'm just going to go across these pages here and just go over each one and why you want to transmog it. So this first one here, I'm going to take this off, but this is the Woven Firesmith mask. Now some of these are still obtainable. For example, this helmet here is currently dropping from world drops. And it also can drop some of the New Age Black Armory shaders. So say we put on this cloak here. This is very nice for like a very tech looking set. It shaders extremely well, shaders all around, and even without like any hood, I still don't think it's a bad shaped helmet, because some helmets in the game look absolutely terrible when you like, you know, take the hood off them. The next one that I've personally transmogged is the Iron Fellowship Casque. Now this is from the Black Armory Iron Banner, but something you do want to note is that Bungie tend to return Iron Banner pieces, so maybe in the future this set could return. Even if you were to have the hood on this, it looks incredible for like an all black look. So if you do like a blackout set, I've made videos on that on the channel. There's only one issue I'd say with it, is that when it shaders here, the visor doesn't change color whatsoever, and it shaders often like differently to what it would on other pieces. For example, this is a red and a shader in black. Armatura is more of a brown, even though it's a blue. So you do just need to like be careful with the shadering on this. I only see this working on light and dark sets. Now the next helmet would be the Lost Pacific Helm. I really like this. It's actually from the Titan packages. So if you want to create like some sort of astronaut type set, I think this is a really cool helmet to work with. As you could see, it's just a very unique design. That's mainly the reason why I wanted to show it to you all. And then another helmet I quite like from World Drops is the Nessus helmet, the Exodus Down mask. So this is a set I previously made, the EDZ Hunter type of set. I think it's a really nice designed helmet. It's not too bad whatsoever, and as you can see here, you can really make this work in a set. Now the next one is the Illicit Invader mask. Obviously you got the other colours too, depending on Reaper, Collector and Sentry, but any of these masks are really nice. They have a nice like glow to them, so I prefer the Invader because I like the red glow the most. But as you can see how you shader it, it does change. And this one looks really nice with Horizon's Blush. And then here it is without the hood as well. Personally, I'd just stick with the hood. I think that's the better design for this. The next one would be the Swordflight 4.1 from the Menagerie. So this is very nice. It has a blue visor, which I quite like, and it shaders extremely well. This is another one where I'd say only keep the hood on it, because obviously it's like, to me it looks quite awkward how it's shaped, but from the front it looks cool when you have a hood on it. Then next we have the Virtuous mask. Now this is no longer obtainable, but as you can see with the Virtuous one, where is it? Here it is. So it gets rid of this like glowing eyes and this like top piece above the eyes. I think it's very clean for like a knight. If you're trying to create like a knight sort of hunter, then it would look really good with this. And it's actually one of the best, I think, looking helmets without any hood. Just how nice it's designed. Then another raid one would be the Mask of the Great Hunt from the Last Wish raid. This one looks really nice. I personally prefer the hood up, just because of how it is designed, but this looks really cool in a set. Then the next two I suggest is the Iron True Age and the Iron Remembrance. These are both from the Iron Banner. This one's actually from this season's Iron Banner, whereas this one is from the Forsaken Iron Banner, although like I said earlier, you can see both of these return in the future. These both look really nice in general design, but I personally prefer like the Remembrance. If you were to choose out of these two, I would say Remembrance, because as you could see, Remembrance can fully shader, whereas the gold on the True Age does not go away. Then the next few, so we have quickly the Holdfast Helm. This one looks really nice for, like I said again, a sort of tech look. It's not too bad. It shaders extremely well, fully shaders, and the glow also changes color. Another great one would be the Shadow Mask from the Crown of Sorrows raid. This is a very cool like dark look to it. This is very nice on like darker shaders, although without the hood I'd say it looks kind of like terrible. So I'd say get a hood on it, try and get some darker colors, get these eyes to pop through, and you can make a really cool looking face here, as you could see. Then the next one, which I don't see often, is one of my personal favorites, and that is the Wing Contender. It's a very nice design. I've always liked this helmet in general. Like back when it was first available, it's pretty much like the only helmet I used. Even with the hood off, it doesn't look too bad. But again, this is one of the ones where I'd say it benefits with the hood. Use Abyssinian gold on it, just creates an almost all black look, which is very nice. And then finally moving on to the final few. So on the helmet we have the Solstice mask, the Majestic version. This is from the 2020 Solstice. I think this is one of the best helmets in the game. Personally, I just really love like the crack design, and like the Virtuous mask, you could create a sort of a night look to it, and obviously a shaders fully, which is quite nice. Obviously no visor color here, that's quite unfortunate, but it does shader extremely well and it is very versatile. So we have the Wastelander mask here with the white drop from the Red Wall campaign. The reason I want to show this is because my friend Arbiter pointed out that the vintage timber creates like a nice pulsating glow on the eye here. This also happens with the makeshift suit as well, but personally I prefer the design of Wastelander. It is a very nice design, and obviously we'll take the hood off here, and you know, it's a bit of clip in here, but you could probably find something a bit better. But this is very nice as well. And then very finally for the helmet, I want to show the Prime Zealot. So this also happens with this helmet with a pulsating, but in general it is a very nice helmet design, and something that I would highly recommend if you do obtain it from the Vault of Glass raid. So now moving on to the arm pieces. So what I want to start off with here is something I've already transmogged, and that is the Tangled Web Grips. This is overall a super cool design. If you want somewhat of a like scavenger or tech look, then I'd 100% recommend this. You could pair it with like the new interlaced and so create a set based off that. It shades extremely well. It does have this blue unshadable part here, and this weird material going down the right arm here, making it somewhat awkward to shader, so you will have to be careful of that. But overall it's an extremely unique design, but sadly it is no longer obtainable. Another one I quite like the design of is the Flown Grips here from the Prophecy Dungeon. It's a very unique design, although there is one major issue. This is probably what's going to make it or break it for most people in Transmog, is that it's got a lot of clipping issues, specifically on this right shoulder here with the chest plate. You don't want anything too bulky. If you're going with something quite slim, this works perfect. If you're going with anything where like the chest comes forward too much, then you will see a lot of clipping. Then moving on, again, the Invader stuff is incredible from the Gambit, back in Gambit Prime. All the Invader gear is very nice. You pretty much just, you know, transmog whatever color you want. Obviously I have the green one as well here. I didn't get all of them, but personally I preferred the red one, so I went and got the red set. Then the next one I want to show is the Sword Flight 4.1. Now obviously this is no longer obtainable, but look how clean these look. They're just so nice. I've always really liked these, and I love the ornaments from them. I'm just waiting for Bungie to like fix the year 1 ornaments so we can transmog them, but this is just absolutely amazing. The next one would be the Righteous Grips. I've always liked these. This is from the Season of Dawn pass. Overall a really nice design, and it also looks really good in like darker sets, so if you do use a darker shade on it, then it can look really nice. Then next we have the Grips of the Great Hunt. This is from the Last Wish raid. Personally just love the design of these. Pretty much all the Last Wish pieces are absolutely amazing. It's an incredible set to go for Transmog, and the shade is quite nice, although you will have to be careful of the cloth here. As you can see, it does shade quite a bit lighter, and this happens throughout a lot of like shaders. Then the next one is the Grips of the Exile from the old Trials of Osiris loot pool. I love these as well. These shade incredible, the shape is really nice, and some bulk to like the slimmest design of the female hunters. Then the next one is my personal favourite, is the Leviathan normal grips. As you can see here, I just love like the slim design of the right arm and then the plated design of the left. I always like the contrast with these arms. Overall they don't look too bad, and they do have like some symbols here which can be shaded out. We have here the Solstice 2020 grasps, the Majestic version. These designs are just very nice. I've used this in like a Siva set before, And it actually looks really good because you can make like the cracks look like it's broken apart by the Siva. I paired this before with the Raiden Flux Siva ornaments and it just looked absolutely amazing, so I would highly recommend these. Then the next one is the Insight Rover grips. These are from World Drops. These look so good on like so many dark sets. If you want a little bit more plating on it but not like bulk to it, then these are perfect. I've used these again across so many sets I've made, so these are definitely a must-have for Transmog. Then finally we have the Lightkin arms. These are absolutely amazing and they're from the new Override activity. I just love like the fur on this. It looks really nice and you can make it really like dark. It's a very unique look and I think it's definitely worth a Transmog. Then moving on to the chest plates here. So the first piece I want to show is the Scorched Hunter Vest. This was from the Red War campaign. I've always loved this sort of like chest plate. It's got like some nice scuff marks, and if you want to call like Scavenger Hunter or like a Bounty Hunter set, like showing them all worn down, then I would definitely recommend this. Then another one I quite like for like a simple like fin design is the Flowing Vest, which you could get from the Prophecy Dungeon. This is also with Abyssinian Gold, but for any of you which like want something you can obtain, then this is very nice as well. Then the next chest piece would be the Vest of the Great Hunt from the Last Wish raid, as you can see here, and this actually looks so good with the new Astrostrides ornament. Then the next one is the Iron Remembrance Vest. So this is very nice design in general. Now if you do like the Bombardiers, as I'll show you in a second, you can create a really nice like Iron Wolf set. So here is the Iron Wolf set with the like Bombardiers exotic. So as you can see, the chest plate looks absolutely amazing. I would definitely recommend it if you are trying to pair it with the Bombardiers. Then like I showed you earlier with the EDZ Hunter, the Cross the Cream Vest is also really nice. It looks really good in general, shades extremely well, and you can get this from the Beyond Light campaign. Next we have the Scorned Bound Vest, which is currently from World Drops. If you want like a roughened up look or like a scavenger, then you can definitely go with something like this. It looks really nice, a chained up look. Then we also have the Holdfast Vest from the Season of Arrivals. This is also really good for like if you want to go with like an Astrostrides or even a Stompies, this can look pretty good with it. Any like sort of plated look, the design here is overall really nice and it fully shaders, so I don't see much issues with this whatsoever. And then from the old Trials of Osiris loot, we have the Vest of the Exile, again one of my favourites. The whole like old armor set looks absolutely incredible and something definitely worth transmogging. Now the Icarus Drifter Vest is also a really nice one to transmog. Now although there's yellow going around the top collar here, it does look really good in general. Has a nice like hunter symbol here. The belt's really the part I really love about this. You could pair with the Lucky Pants, but overall it is a very nice vest. I would recommend wearing a hood to cover the collar, and this can currently drop from legendary engrams. And then one of the final ones with the Pyrrhic Ascent. This is the new Trials of Osiris vest. I know a lot of people don't like this, but personally I really do. I think it shaders quite well and compare it well with a lot of sets, especially with the Astrostrides as well. Then finally we have the Outlander's Heart. I quite like this because of the leather design it can give with some shaders. Overall looks really nice. If you want like a blacked out look, then these are very unique. And finally we have the Lightkin vest, which is great for like a scavenger look. Highly would recommend if you want to like if you want to also try and go like full steampunk. But yeah, they're pretty much the chest plates, and now it's time to move on to the boots. So we have Exodus Downstrides. These are from Nessus. Some of you may ask, why would you use these? Here you go. So use Abyssinian Gold, creates a really nice dark look, and if you put Skeletal on it, you can use it for an almost all black set. That's why I think they're really good. Then here we have the Flowing Boots. Again, this is from the Prophecy Dungeon. These look really nice for like a very dark look. If you want something quite simplistic, then I think these are great. As you can see, with a variety of shaders, they don't shade that bad at all. Then here we have the Woven Firesmith. So this is actually from World Drops right now. Like I showed you the other pieces, this is going to be great for a steampunk look. If you pair with the Lightkin vest and maybe the Tangled Web arms, you can create a really unique look with that. Then next we have the Legacy Oath Strides. Now I've always liked the whole set of Legacy Oath, but the reason why I say to transmog these, Unfortunately it does have a hologram, but if you are looking for something to pair with the Omnioculus, or for that matter any steampunk look, then I think these are perfect. Obviously you could transmog the arms and the chest if you want to. I just personally didn't like the design of them. And then next we have the Strides of the Great Hunt. Like I said earlier, the last Switch raid pieces are absolutely amazing and I think a must have for Transmog. All these pieces look really good, although unfortunately there is an unshadable colour here as you can see. Then next we have the Christ the Cream boots. This is like my personal, one of my favourites. I use this for a lot of darker looks. It doesn't look too bad whatsoever, and you can also get it from the Beyond Light campaign. Then next we have the normal Leviathan boots. Obviously you could go with Prestige here with the purple glow, but personally I think this is better as it's more versatile. You can use it across anything without having to worry about a purple glow. Then we have the Shadow Strides from the Crown of Sorrows raid. Pretty much most people are probably expecting these. Obviously you have to do these purple gems, but these just look so cool and very clean, and I hope Bungie somewhat returns this sort of design. Then we have the Solstice 2020 Majestic boots. Again, these look really good, and these boots can also flow extremely well with the Dragon Shadow boots here. So you're Skeletal, as you can see from the chest plate to the boots, the transition is almost looks like it should be a part of the set. So this is why it's absolutely amazing for that sort of look. Then next we have the new Pyrrhic Ascent Strides. This is from the new Trials of Osiris loophole. I've used this quite a few times because generally I just love how they're designed, although it falls into the same sort of issue as the other pieces in that the Pyrrhic Ascent set is very detailed, making it hard to pair with a lot of the armor, as a lot of armor in this game isn't as detailed as say this is, and they don't follow the same sort of design, so this is going to be quite hard to pair, but it does look really nice overall. But anyways, they are pretty much the boots, and now it's time to move on to the cloaks. So firstly here I have the substitutional alloy. Some of you may have seen this in my Starry to Scale set. I just love how this looks, and this was from the Season of Undying, which is no longer obtainable, but it's great if you want to create like an EDZ scavenger set, an aquatic set. It's just really nice, the overall detail and design of this, with the leaves as well, and also shaders quite well, although obviously the moss and the leaves won't shader. Then moving on, I have the Solstice cloak that rekindled. This is the blue version of the cloak. I really just like how it goes down. Obviously there's a bit of clipping with this helmet, but with most helmets I've used it doesn't clip at all. It's just a very clean design, shaders all one colour, no issues with this cloak whatsoever. Now anyways, moving on, so we have the EDZ cloak. You can get this from opening EDZ packages. Overall quite a nice baggy design. You have to deal with this netting pattern on the back here, but it's overall not so bad. And like I showed you all earlier with the helmet, that EDZ set I made, that's what I used on it as well. Then we have the Reverie Dawn cloak. You can currently get this from the Shattered Throne on the Dreaming City. This is a very nice cloak design, although the silver is not shaderable. But overall the split offs at the end, how the hood is designed, all a really very unique design. Then next we have the Gambit Prime cloaks. For some reason it won't show me the red or the white, it's only showing me the green one. But these are all very nice, have the glow depend on whichever one you own. So I have the white, red and green. These all look very nice, a very cool cape design with how the cloak comes forward here. Then we have the Tangled Web cloak, another cloak from the Forsaken. If you actually use the Couturier helmet here, you can make it look like the Cloak of Tanix from D1. So this is very nice as well. Then next we have the Wild Hunt cloak from Wrathborn Hunts. If you don't want a hood and you want a scavenger look, then I'd definitely say this is a very nice one to have. And then we also have the Calamity Rig cloak, so with that steampunk look as well. You can use either one of the Cinder Pinion or the Calamity. It depends what pattern you want on the back really. I found the Calamity to shader the best. Cinder Pinion has this lighter colour. So if you can get the Gambit one, go and get that. Then we have the Mantle of Aphrodite. This is a very nice Iron Banner cloak. It's also known as the Iron True Age, for any of you who don't have the original version. So this is in the Iron Banner. As you could see here, you could do something like this with it. Overall not too bad of a cloak. And the next one is the Iron Fellowship, one of my personal favourites. But yeah, you will have to deal with this orange colour on the back, which doesn't seem to be shaderable at all, unfortunately, but I do think it's still a very nice design. Then next we have the Frumious cloak. Now this doesn't shader well whatsoever. As you can see, it's only the back end here, but this does come from the new like campaign. So if you do want something a bit like I think it's the exact same design actually as this, yeah it is, with a bit of a scaly look to it, then I would definitely recommend it. It could work really well with the Star Eater scales because of the scale design on the back. Then the next one is the Memory Arcade Cloak. Some of you may have seen this come in. It's honestly one of the absolute best cloaks they've made, and you could get this from legendary engrams, so it's very easy to get, and it also looks really cool. But something you do have to know is that the white here is not shaderable. Then the next one is the Holdfast Cloak, which was from the Season of Rivals. This shaders quite well, although most people tend to use this in a darker set. That's pretty much where it like looks best. Then moving on, the Old Trials of Osiris Cloak also looks extremely cool, especially with the set I got here. If I change up these arms, as you can see, it looks really nice. Unfortunately, it's no longer obtainable, but I still think it's a very nice cloak. Then next we have the normal Leviathan Cloak. Honestly, I actually really do like the design of this. It doesn't look too bad, and it shaders extremely well. So if you do have this, then I do recommend it. And again, the Wing Contender piece. This is from the Crucible during Forsaken. I've always liked the design coming back here, with the polygonal and then the ripped look towards the bottom. I think this always looked really good with this. Then finally, another worn down cloak is the Dreambane from the Moon campaign. I think a lot of people underestimate this cloak. It is a very nice cloak with how it's generally designed and how it shaders. And also if you wanted like no cloak at all and just wanted the hood, you got the Refugee Cloak as well, or also the Renegade. And then very finally, so we have the Shattered Vault. I've always loved this, mainly because I'm a sucker for like D1 armor, but it just looks absolutely amazing. I've always loved the design of this cloak, especially the patterning on the back here. And this is from the Vault of Glass. And then to end the video off, we have the Light King Cloak. It's a nice fair design, it's very unique. That's why I really like it, and I think that somewhat wraps up the video. So yeah, if you did find this video useful, please drop a like and consider subscribing. I think this is a bit longer than I thought it'd be. I don't actually know how long the video is actually going to be, and I think me blabbering on is not going to help in making it longer. But yeah, feel free to comment down below any pieces you all would transmog in the comments below. Obviously, I couldn't do absolutely everything. I might make a part 2 to this, as I don't want the video being stupidly long, but I do really want to know what you all think is best to transmog, so please go ahead and comment it down below. I'll try to respond to every single comment. But yeah, if this video gets really good reception, then I will be sure to make one for the Titan and Warlock. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video.